What is going on, everybody? It's Monster here, or you can call me MX, and today I'm actually going to be covering a topic that a lot of people may be curious, a lot of people may not be curious, but it is Genshin's first year anniversary. Now, when is it, you may be wondering? Well, the first anniversary for the Genshin Impact game is on the 28th of September or around there. The celebrations might start in September, we never know. But basically, the game released in 2020, 28th of September. So around there is when we could see our first year anniversary. Now, this video is me going to be discussing what I would want to come from the anniversary and what I think an anniversary needs as well. So hopefully that some of you guys can maybe see where I'm coming from, maybe have a different opinion. If a lot of people see this video and are willing to disagree or agree with anything that I'm saying, then please put it in the comments. I'd love to talk to you all. But yeah, let me get into it. So the first thing that I would probably imagine that is on everybody's mind is the summons. Now, what do we want to see from the summons? Well, normally in most gacha games like Dragon Ball Legends, Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle, don't know if you guys play any of these, or Seven Deadly Sins Grand Cross, these games normally have a very cool character, whether it's Meliodas, Vegito, Goku, anything like that, that comes out in and we can expect them to come and they'll be cool, and it's someone from the anime, and normally they are a standout character in the anime. Well, for Genshin Impact, I think the most Genshin Impact has is a manga, and other than that, there's not really much hype to build around select characters, unless you've seen them in the story. A good example of this is Zhongli. Now that guy right there is a pretty cool guy. I mean, when we seen him in the story, I mean, he was hilarious. He never had Mora with him, and all that stuff. So, I mean, and he kind of built a character for himself and let everybody start wanting him to be a playable character. Same thing goes for Zhao. Same things go for Ganyu. Like, you know, they build the character up, you know. Like, most characters recently have been released and haven't had much impact on the story. For one, Ayaka, yeah, she came out as soon as Inazuma dropped, and I mean, nobody would have seen her in the story, so you get what I mean. So for an anniversary character, I feel like they'd have to have some built up hype for them if they were going to come out and release something new. However, they could go with a different route and bring out reruns of characters that people really like. So for me, and for a lot of people will be like, oh, I want a Zhao rerun. Oh, I want a Ganyu rerun. Oh, I want to see Zhongli rerun. Things like that. And then if they come out, then they want to be coming out with their respective weapons, like Zhao and Primordial Jade Spear and so on. Now, for an anniversary, that would be really cool, but mostly I think for Genshin, it's built on its content and what people can do in the game. It's an adventure game at the end of the day. It's not a summoning game. You're not collecting, unless if you got a collector's mindset. I mean, most times you're summoning for a character that you can use and fight against these bosses, whether it be Child, Storm Terror, the wolf boss, like I forgot his name, and even just killing Hilichurls and beasts like that. Like, you just want these characters to have fun and play with. So I feel like what we need is content. Now, most recently we got the archipelago thing, which was about the many islands that needed to be uncovered from under the sea, which ended up to do with being Klee's mom and all that stuff. That was an example of a really good event. I mean, it came out, we had plenty of things to explore, plenty of mini side quests, a storyline to follow. We even got the first implementation of cosmetics. Now, bringing on cosmetics, I mean, like, imagine Zhao or Zhongli or Ganyu, one of these fan favorite characters, got cosmetics. Like, imagine Zhongli managed to get his Rex Lapis form added to the game, and so on. Like all of his hoodie and things like that. Oh, he looks so good. So if you came in, yeah, like people want to buy that cosmetic, you know, because like I use Zhongli all the time. He was my first. Yeah, he was my first 5-star that I ever got. Zhongli was my first ever 5-star. I got him on his banner when he first came out. Yeah, so getting Zhongli was a massive feat for me as he was my first 5-star. And I used him all the time. And also when I met him in the story, I just realized how much I like that guy as a character. Not only was he cool in game, but he was cool in the story too. Cosmetics, pets, like we got the Sealies in the event right now for uncovering all that treasure and all those coins. We've got some people managed to get access to the little sea creature. I didn't know how to do that. I think I wasn't there for when the event came out. By the way, I started playing on release. I just taken very long breaks during my playtime. So yeah, that's why. So I would imagine that there is a lot of things that the game could bring out in terms of cosmetics, things to farm like pets and things. But one of the main things that we need lots of access to is Primo Gems. I'm not free to play. I buy the Welcome Moon sometimes to get the Battle Pass, things like that. So for me, I don't realize it, but I feel like the game gives out a lot of Primo Gems. But then from people who are free to play, I noticed that there actually isn't many Primo Gems, especially once you start getting to like Adventure Rank 50 where you barely rank up and you don't get summons and things like that. So building up Primos is a big issue. So for the anniversary, they need to make it more accessible so people can summon and things like that. I would imagine that they don't bring out a lot of Primo Gems coming up because Bolt is an Archon or the Raiden Shogun is an Archon, and Archons, I mean, look at the past ones like Venti, amazing character. Zhongli, amazing character. Bolt is going to be an amazing character. There is no way that they can disrespect her and make her not as good as Venti or Zhongli. So they have to make her good. So I would imagine Primo Gem Access is going to be on an all-time low because they want her to be a premium character. But that's besides the point. Back to the anniversary. Yeah. Dropping Ball now is and Inazuma as a whole is a thing that might be difficult for the game in terms of the anniversary because they can't just drop a whole new area. Again, we literally just got Inazuma. It's been out for a month now. It's not like, you know, we've been playing Mondstadt and Liyue for like 7 months, so before we got anything new. So there's no way that they're just going to be like, okay, here's Shesnaya or Fontaine or whatever else is coming future. So again, for the anniversary, they need to do something kind of like what they did for the Archipelago and maybe bring out a hidden area on the map, like a quest location that's only there for a limited time and things like that, just so people have something to explore, to farm primos, as well as have access to quests and get free cosmetics and free stuff. That they need to give out free stuff for an anniversary. It's all about giving. It's all about thanking the players for being here and allowing the game to stand for a whole year. And obviously, we've seen that MiHoYo is a very generous company in some cases, but like to the players, obviously they don't really get benefited that much from it. An example of an area that actually gave loads of Primo Gems was Dragonspine. For me, I felt like when that came out, like the Albedo quest, the exploration aspect, and all the things to do. It gave loads of Primo Gems. It gave us free weapons. I mean, the Festering Desire is a really good weapon. The spear is a really good weapon. And even the Great Sword, whatever it's called, is a very good weapon that came out as well. The Claymore. That is an example of an event done right, and that's the kind of stuff that I would like to see for the anniversary, but in large abundance, so we have loads of things to do. Another thing that they could add into the game is something like a discount on resin. Or maybe remove resin for the anniversary, as in like you can grind whatever all the time infinitely. Like imagine something like that. Maybe that's pushing it, but imagine we got like an event where instead of paying 20 resin for a run, we got to pay 10 resin. Or for the world bosses, instead of paying 40 resin, we got to pay 10 resin. Or we didn't have to pay resin at all. Can you imagine like something that keeps the players playing? Because right now, at least for me, most days, unless if I'm like, oh, I want to grind resources, I log in, I come on, I do my daily commissions, I spend my resin, and I go off and I'm done for the day. That's pretty much my day on Genshin. So something that could entice me to grind more, give me more resin, give me stuff to do, and like give us free characters, give us this, give us that. Like it would be insane. A login bonus would be really cool, like getting access to books, getting access to Primo Gems, getting access to random materials, things like that. An anniversary needs a login bonus. And I feel like MiHoYo interacting with the community a lot as well. Like they already do the streams that bring us closer to like seeing what content is coming out and stuff like that. So maybe like anniversary build up, a countdown event, things like that. I mean, there's so much potential that they have with an anniversary, and if Genshin can pull it off, it's going to be the most fun game that you guys are going to be playing right now, unless if a new big title drops during the Annie. But if that doesn't happen, then Genshin is going to be the game that you are going to be playing, having loads of fun and doing all those kinds of things. So I hope you guys can agree and appreciate the stuff that I've mentioned to come out for that anniversary is valid, and maybe if you don't agree or have different ideas to me, you could put it in the comments. If this video reaches out to a lot of people, then it would be great if you guys could interact in the comments, because I'd love to talk to you all. I'd love to know what kind of people are seeing my videos. And yeah, so I'll see you guys in the next one.